experiences in those weeks. And really quickly back to Bristol, I mentioned her. You want to hear how God literally exchanges beauty for ashes? How he turns mourning into dancing with the stars? Let me tell you about Bristol. She gets a call from the producers of Dancing with the Stars, and they say, Bristol, you want to be on our show? She hangs up the phone. She tells me about the call. I said, because Bristol's like me, kind of a jock, snow machining and, skating out on the ice and stuff, but never dancing before. I said, what did you tell these producers? And she said, I told them, well, I don't dance and I'm not a star, so sure, I'll go on Dancing with the Stars. I'm like, oh, yeah. So she loaded up the truck and she moved to Beverly Hills. She did, literally. She drove her truck down to Beverly Hills, and I'm warning her, I'm like, man, Bristol, because you want to protect your cubs. It's like, Bristol, the critics are going to be mean, the haters are out there. And she says, yeah, Mom, the haters are going to hate, the critics are going to criticize, so you might as well dance. I'm like, right on, that's a life lesson. And Bristol, having started ground zero, never danced a day in her life, like she said on Jay Leno one night, he said, oh, surely you've danced before, you went to the prom, right? She says, no, I was pregnant. She made it all the way to the finals, and that was cool. But even that, with the media, they accused her of cheating. I'm like, how do you cheat in Dancing with the Stars? You either get the steps down or not, right? But God turned her situation into a wonderful situation for her son Trip. And now Bristol and Willow and her son Trip, they're filming some episodes for a show to show how single motherhood really is, and it's not glamorous and it's not fun. And like Bristol says, a baby isn't an accessory on your hip. It's a lot of work and a lot of sacrifices. She kind of has no social life. And she's showing these in documenting some episodes of this, and it's called Life's a Trip. And Bristol, she's making it fun, but what she wants to show other girls, young girls, is don't emulate this, don't strive for this, because there are some shows out there that unfortunately I think try to show that it is something that you would strive for. Bringing a child into the world when you're not quite prepared for it and it's not probably in the plan. So that's what Bristol is up to. But many Christians like Candace Cameron, like Kirk Cameron, these people are out there in pop culture understanding that is where young people are influenced, is pop culture. Christians need to be there. They need to be salt and light. They need to be showing some encouragement, encouraging other young people to look up for guidance. They and their stories need to be motivated. We need to hear them instead of mocking them and ridiculing them and trying to shoo them out of society. They need to be heard because they're trying to help other people avoid pain. So Bristol, like others, is offering her perspective based on what her experience has taught her. She and we want others to know that there is hope, that things do get better. Too many women today, as I say, they're duped into believing that they're not strong enough or smart enough, they're not man enough, frankly, to handle less than ideal circumstances. They don't understand, like you do, that they are created to be extraordinary women. They need to come to this conference and they need to get some word from the Clintons and from others to understand the extraordinary makeup that upholds them based on their Creator, knowing that with faith, nothing is impossible. And that the Lord really is a rewarder of those who will diligently seek Him and serve Him. So I could go on from Exhibit A, B, C, D, all the way to Z, just like you could, with the stories, the situations that shape us, that teach us through the school of hard knocks, that provide lessons for others. I want you to embrace the story that is yours and know that it can make a positive difference in the world around you, that God would want you to know that you are uniquely created, that you have gifts that only you have been given. Your story may not be shared behind the pulpit. It may not be shared at a press conference. Maybe it's shared in a parking lot, or at a PTA meeting, or at your daughter's hockey practice. Maybe just being able to talk to somebody one-on-one, helping them, encouraging them, telling about that possible relationship in Jesus Christ that will change their lives, letting them know what really matters. You talk to them like that not one-on-one, and you will change their lives. Wherever you are, whatever your story is, determining it and determining that you are important, that you have that important story, that testimony, it is important because the God of this universe entrusted you with it. No one else. He entrusted you to make a difference. And it's for such a time as this, in this very, very tumultuous world that we are in. By faith in God, embrace it. And for the love of God, please share it. You're free in America to do just that. Look at the persecution in other countries of Christians. They can't get out there and share our faith. Let's not squander the freedom that we have to share our faith. I don't care what the media is going to say about me, even here today talking to you about a relationship in Christ. We are free in America to share it. We're blessed to live in a country with a foundation of freedom. It's a nation that is destined with purpose. We have great purpose in America. And Todd and I, we've had awesome opportunity to travel all around this country, many parts of the world. As we travel within the borders of our nation, though, especially many parts of America, we are meeting great people, and we are finding it impossible to see that people are really, really hurting out there. People are hurting across America. It's impossible not to notice. With the unemployment numbers being so high and housing markets in the tank, so much uncertainty in our businesses, and energy prices that are going to be off the charts. There are war-weary families all over this nation wondering, are these endless, unfocused, unwinnable wars? What are we doing in these other lands? We want to know that there are goals, that there is victory, that there is light at the end of the tunnel for our military. We are watching, Todd and I, firsthand, people who are fighting so hard just to take care of their families and to remain encouraged. Too many people in America are just, man, their morale is really, really low right now. You know why that is? It's because the foundation of our country is under attack. Our liberties are at risk. And we have enormous mind-boggling debt problems that kind of bury us and stifle our economy and stifle the entrepreneurial spirit in our country. And we have to acknowledge that what government's doing about this debt crisis is they're just piling on more debt. They have a spending problem, and they're creating more and more problems. And unless we start doing something about it, we will be an insolvent, we will be a bankrupt country. And we're witnessing things like crony capitalism and corruption that really it disgraces our capital. America is better than that. We're dangerously reliant on foreign sources of energy, and this is a specific thing that I know much about, and I certainly want to help affect change here. Instead of tapping our own God-given natural resources that He placed underfoot in America today, we're being threatened, our national security and our economy, our solvency, our sovereignty, by being reliant on other countries to produce energy for us. These are countries that use energy as a weapon against us and our ally Israel.